Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortoise the Grey. Welcome back to another exciting episode of ARK Survival Evolved. Today, we're taking a slightly different direction than I initially planned to, but we've got a couple of fun updates to do, and we have got a level 30 male Carno in our talons. I was up at Carno Island. I was actually taming a new RG, which I said last episode that we would probably do this episode, and then I went up there and was just, there were so many Argentavis, so I was trying to, you know, find something that was useful, and I did end up finding a level 26 female RG. She was actually very well, I tamed her, so I'll show her to you in a second, but beautiful dark brown RG. I'd never really seen one like that before, and then I got her taming and things like that, and then just got caught up and I was flying around seeing if there was any other RGs because I wanted to get two just in case, like, you know, something happened again. I don't want to be, you know, without an RG, and so I was looking for another one, and while I looked for the other one I found this level 30 male Carno. Now I'm gonna have to be careful here because I really want to get him in the... Alright, he's in. Hopefully that'll hold him. I haven't put anything quite as big as a Carno in here before, so that'll be interesting. I did put a kangaroo in here a little bit earlier today, and it managed, I found it wandering around on the back of the island, but kangaroos can jump, so I guess we'll see. But we've got an ARK here. Oh! 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 Oh, where'd he go? Did he go mount? Oh no. He probably can though. Yikes. Not encouraging. But let's try and knock him out. I came back, because I was on Hellcat at the time when I was up at Carno Island. I finished taming my RG, and then I came back to make up some kibble, because we didn't have any just Ankylosaur egg kibble lying around. So I came back and I took care of that, and then swang back up there with Harbinger and found the level 30 guy still just chilling. I kind of had led him to the center of Carno Island in order to just get him away from... Usually that center peak is a little safe. I don't know what he's doing precisely, but hopefully not killing anything. I don't think there's anything in there for him to hurt. The pigs are in back. Hercules I moved out and is in back. Birds are behind me. Oop, oop, oop. There he goes. And he goes down. Beautiful. Alright. Let's jump over. Come on, come on, come on. Got our Ankylosaur kibble here. We've got the narcotics on us. So this should be good to go. But yeah, so I kind of lured him to the middle of the island where it's generally speaking fairly safe. Oh yeah, not great torpor on these guys, huh? Well, we'll let that hold off for a minute. But so yeah, lured him up there and flew back real quick. Got Harbinger, made a bunch of kibble, flew back. He was still chilling right there. Like perfect. So went and grabbed him and made the trip back down to New Sproutshire. Definitely, I think I'm gonna need to make this thing just like a big donut, or raise everything up one level so we can still do the kind of slant thing. Frankly, I hate this low level thing here in these sections here. Like, it's just way too low, and that scared me a little bit. So probably we'll end up raising everything up a level. Haven't really gotten around to finalizing this place just yet, but yeah. So while we're waiting for this guy to tame, because basically at this point it's just a waiting game. He's got all the kibble he needs. He's got all the everything else. Hercules is just chilling here. How you doing, bud? Apparently, so I've been putting stuff in Hercules, and apparently for every like one poop, it'll make like, or is it every? Yeah, for every one poop, I guess it'll make 4 oil and 2 bags of fertilizer. And so he's actually, and he's pretty efficient at it, which is cool. So I think, you know, at least when I'm on, I'll just make sure that I keep him filled up, and that'll end up working out really nicely, like right now. And obviously he's got to be on Wander, and I'm not going to do that right now because he's not in the middle of the taming pen or whatever. I might have to make him his own little area in order for that to work at some point, but he doesn't have very good weight capacity, so I've been upping that slightly, because like I could barely put like 2 medium feces in him before. So, alright, let's see, what was I... fertilizers. Let's drop these off. But yeah, so I found that perfect level Carno. Ooh, I got this assault rifle too off of a red drop on Carno Island while I was up there taming the Argentavis. There we go. I don't have any bullets for it, and I think it's probably like the most wasteful gun in the game, and as annoying as bullets are to make, which really they need to make bullets slightly less annoying to make, because my god, they're bullets. It's just that I mean, the purpose is to use them, right? So I mean, it's just insane that they take so long. They're so resource expensive. So yeah, we found this perfect level 30 Carno, which, as you guys know from my ground exploration team, which I'm hoping to kick off here soon, a pair of mate boosted Carnos was something I really, really wanted as part of that. And this guy is a perfect first start. And so I'll probably now that we've got this guy, make sure I keep a better eye out, or go actually look for a decent leveled female Carno. Generally speaking, so now that we've got the Quetzals, it shouldn't be too hard to get a decent level female together, because we just kind of fly out and find one. But this is my new RG, Phantom Blade, and she's like, it's hard to tell right now because it's nighttime, and I got my gammas up, but just with the lighting, it's hard to tell a little bit. But she's like this deep chocolate brown, and then she's got like black tipped wings. She's just so pretty. I've never seen an RG with these colors before. Most of the ones that we've ever tamed have been just like boring gray ones, and then, you know, occasionally you'll see them with, you know, some reddish coloring, a little bit of greenish coloring or whatever, but you know, I've seen a white one occasionally, but I've never seen anybody have like a chocolatey brown looking one. So yeah, this was definitely a nice find, and I probably will at some point, and maybe we'll go up to Carno Island together on a scouting expedition looking for new Carnos, as well as maybe a new RG. I'd love to get a male, a decent level male, to be her mate, so that I have kind of a backup. I also need to find a decent level male Pterodon too, because both Little Betsy and Hellcat are females. And so I'd love to get them a male as well, although we do have, they're obviously mate boosted. I think Swoops, maybe Swoops and Goober are males? I don't remember. Let's double check that. Whoa! Hello. Can we climb up, please? So yeah, I think one or both of Jay's Pterodons are males. So we're getting the mate boosting, which, I mean, honestly, mate boosting doesn't really, no, Goober's a female. Yeah, stereotypically, most of our flyers have been females. Shroops is the male, yeah. So this is the high-level Pterodon we found for Jay not too long ago. Hey, Jay! Because he finally killed his last high-level Pterodon as well. So they're really not too hard to, they did kind of change things a little bit, so they're not as easy to get. Like, you used to be able to, like, seriously, one arrow, even in the higher level ones, and you could bring them down. I think for Jay's guy we had to shoot it twice, but that's alright. I haven't really done much up here. Oh, yeah, but the other thing I want to show you guys. So I tamed a new RG, which is awesome. Phantom Blade's going to be fantastic. I'm super excited about that new RG. Falco was never really a very good, like, high-level tame in the first place. And so... excuse me. Was always kind of thinking that I wanted to get a decent tame RG together anyway. So... sad that Falco died last episode for sure, because Falco had been with us a long time. I never really wanted for her to die, but Phantom Blade, I'm very excited to have her aboard. And then we've got this guy, Plastron. And this is another perfect tame that I did recently. April is to thank for this one. Let's see, I want to get the health over 2,000. Ooh, that's going to be hard to do. Maybe well, we'll go back and forth. But this guy is thanks to April. She got in the chat and she's like, oh, I found a level 30 turtle. Tort, do you want it? I was like, yep. And I thankfully was able to, my wife was doing some grading, and so I was able to slip away at night and go fly up there and help April tame it, and then she flew it back down on her, because I didn't think about it. I just jumped on Hellcat and zipped up there, and she was just chilling, so she's like, oh, I'll fly it back, and so she brought it down with Joker, and dropped him off. But yeah, a perfect tame, level 30 wild with kibble, perfect tamed, Carbonemus. So that's awesome. I want to get one more perfect tame Carbonemus, have Carapace and Plastron, which are the names of, the turtle's shell is its Carapace, like the top of it. The rounded top shell is the Carapace, and then the Plastron is actually the flat shell that is underneath. And I think those are super BA names for awesome war turtles. War Turtle. But yeah, so I want to get another one of those. Harbinger we've seen. I think that's pretty much everything updated at this point. Let's check on this guy. Oh yeah, we're doing good. Let me pop a couple more of these just because he's getting a little low. Don't want him to risk waking up. Let's see, he's only eaten 2 of the kibbles and he's just under half. So it seems like for real high-level tames, like I think the same thing. It was going to end up being around the same number kibble as with Phantom Blade. She was level 26 when I started taming her, and it looks like it'll be about the same. But it's going to be about 5 kibble, even for like a perfect tame. So that's good to know, at least for future references. For us, I think that generally seems to be a kind of across the board sort of thing. The last several high level tames I've done, and I haven't tried to do a high level like big tame like a Rex or anything like that. But it seems like you need way less kibble than you would think. But we're on the lower difficulty server. But anyway, okay. So what we need to do though, let's go. He's all torpored up, right? I mean, we were gone for a little while, and yeah, he's fine. We'll want to come back here in a minute because I do want to get the dossier for it. And this is, I've never tamed a Carno before, whether this server or any other. I've never tamed a Carno before, so I don't think I've got the dossier for it at all. But it does seem like your dossier is kind of linked to your game as opposed to your survivor. So a couple of the other ones that I have tamed on other servers have now shown up, like the frog, and I tamed a frog on another server. Okay, so we've got another carbo saddle. That's kind of cool. I think we also have a blueprint for like a really good quality carbo saddle, if I remember correctly. We do not seem to have a Carno saddle yet, so let me go into my Ingrams. Let me see if That's 21. Okay, hold on. Let me look, though, because we do have a decent amount of blueprints, and it may or may not have... No, we got a Carbonemus saddle. But not a Carno saddle. Alright, so let's go ahead and learn it. Let's just do it. Carnos are one of the ones that I wanted from the very beginning anyway, so... I'm alright with that. And we've got a fair bit of Ingram points still, so we'll just go ahead and use it. There we go. Alrighty, so let's go to the smithy and see what we need for this saddle here. Saddles? Dodictorus Carno. Oh, we've got pretty much everything we need, except for we need 170 fiber, which will be super easy. We'll just hop right up to the parking garage here very quickly, and we should be good to go. But yeah, so really pulling things together here. I mean, this game, at this point in the game, Jay and I have kind of run out of stuff to do. Not run out of stuff to do necessarily, but like we're kind of at a point where the level grinding has become a serious grind, and so there's not like a lot of new stuff opening up to us all the time. And so we're just, I'm just, basically, I finished the parking garage. I do need to work on the poop shack, but you know, that's not like that's anything that's going to be super exciting for me to do either. So I probably will raise everything up though, one more wall just to be safe. I probably will make the current lowest level, replace that all with stone. Oh, what? There's railings there. How did I fly off of that? Craziness. But yes, we've got some work we got to do on the poop shack and things like that. But largely speaking, I mean, a lot of the people on the server have the activity has kind of died down. I don't think Code plays on here anymore. I don't think I've seen Fabe in a long time. You know, Anasia and them. Most of Ronin doesn't really get on anymore. So, I mean, I'm not saying the server's dying or anything, but it's like, you know, at this point, basically they haven't really added a lot new to the game, and you get, you know, a couple of new morsels every now and then. We are going to go, you guys did convince me, and I don't remember if I've said this previously, but you guys did convince me, we are going to go get a terror bird at some point, but they're kind of a pain to find, because, one, they're a newer dino, and so their spawns, they're just not as plentiful as some of the other dinosaurs. And two, because they're newer and not as plentiful, they also, well, it's not because of this, but they're newer, not as plentiful, and they have similar AI to the raptors, so they're aggressive. But they're also not really, like, they don't have a lot of health. And so the few that you would find in the wild end up getting themselves killed because they pick battles they can't win and things like that. And so I know some people on the server have found them, but it's a lot harder for me to do that because, so Poet and Win found some, and April found one, and you know, I think in Asia's gotten one or whatever, but they all live up, like, by where all those things are spawning, and the real unfortunate thing about being down here in South Sproutshire is that we don't. Really, none of the new stuff that they've added spawns anywhere near us at all. Like, none of it over, like, any of the updates has ever been like, oh yeah, that's gonna pop up down here by us. It's only the early game stuff that ever shows up down here, and so, you know, we constantly have to travel, like, super far to get up there, and then, like what we did with the kangaroo a couple of episodes ago when we were first thinking about taming that thing, and I ended up having to call it quits because it was just like, you know, okay, I've spent, you know, an hour searching for this thing with no luck. I got things I gotta do, and so we ended up grabbing that Gallimimus that we ended up killing, you know, whichever. But it's difficult living down here. So I think, you know, one of the things that we might do once we get the ground exploration team going, I might set up an outpost or two, something that we could, you know, at least have as a safe refuge for ourselves, because if I'm out, you know, exploring up, you know, we're way down here, but if I go exploring up by the volcano or something, up by where Poet and Win are at, or, you know, really anywhere on the map where anything interesting happens in this game, if we go up to that area, or we're up on Carno Island or whatever, and it's like, oh, I need to go, well, I've got 5-10 minutes of flying ahead of me before I can, you know, get anywhere that's, you know, safe. And so what I think, you know, Jay's setting up North Sproutshire there in the top right corner, which even there is not really all that useful. But I think we might be setting up, you know, in some neutral territory. Obviously, I'm not going to encroach on anybody or anything, but I think we're going to set up some outposts that we can make use of, so that, like, if we're out exploring, you know, I want to do exploration, but I'm not going to log out off, you know, in the middle of the jungle or whatever. So we'll need to add some of those, even if they're, you know, just basic, you know, cubular structures that we can pull our dinos inside and things like that. And it probably will be, you know, the Carno will probably be the biggest dinos we have with us, so it'll probably be like, you know, a basic dino gate. I don't know if a Carno can fit in there. I guess we can test that as soon as this guy wakes up, which should be tamed in a bite or two here. Just took a bite not too long ago. It's going to need to go down about another 30 or so hunger before it's going to take another bite. At least generally speaking. Well, 20 or so. It's usually around 70 or 80 hunger is where the kibble will get eaten again. It fills up 70 or 80 hunger, so it basically goes down to the point where it will be able to make full use of the kibble, and it'll go again. So, in fact, I want to get, since he's getting close, I want to get a little bit of meat together. Now, do I have... I've got Harbinger, which I'm actually going to need to leave down here. Let me... Bernadette, do you have anything? Earlier today, too, I was feeding everybody, and I decided to do a lap of stuff down in Dozer's Cave, just to kind of get gather up some oil and stuff, because we kind of... Our generators and stuff had run out at one point, or at least this one here that is actually powering anything ran out, and so we lost a bunch of stuff in the fridge. Nothing of real importance, I don't think. We had like some extra Lazarus chowder and things in there, which actually would have been extremely helpful today. But I went down, and unfortunately, the oceans are much more populated than they used to be, and so. While I was in the cave doing my stuff, Locke got attacked, and he went and protected himself, but wandered off, into the ocean. And so I come out of the cave, and suddenly outside, Locke is gone, and he's way far away. I finally am able to find him, but I can't get to him before I drown. It's so far down, you can't get to the surface before you drown. So I ended up dying and losing all my stuff. And there was, I jumped on Bernadette. I went down and tried to get my stuff. Finally found my body, but drowned before I could really get back. And then I was like, well, now both Bernadette and Locke are stuck down there. And so it was this whole ordeal. I ended up making a couple of Lazarus chowders, but I was never able to get my stuff back. I think I've more or less built my stuff back up. I don't have a sword again yet. None of my armor has died. But I mean, at least the nice part about where we're at right now, I don't have any bullets either, or my pistol. I do have another pistol, but I don't have any bullets for it yet, so I'm not even bothering to carry it. I need to put my parachutes back on my bar. That could be bad. But yeah, I mean, at least at this point, we're losing stuff. I don't really carry anything unique around with me, so I can generally speaking replace most stuff. But that was an annoying ordeal this morning to lose all of that stuff. But okay, so it's gonna get 14 levels, 99.0% taming effectiveness. So it'll be a level 44 Carno. Woo, buddy! I'm excited. Ooh, I don't even think I've looked at his stats. So he's got almost 1,000 health. That's nice. Stamina's not great. Melee damage isn't great. So I probably won't be riding this guy. I'm going to put a saddle on him, but I probably won't be riding him. So stamina I'm not super worried about probably. But I want to make sure that health and melee damage are super high, and then once the health is over 2,000, because if we're going to be on the ground exploring the main map, I'm going to want to make sure, especially after like what happened to Falco, if we get swarmed or something, I'm going to want to make sure that these guys are able to protect themselves. And so melee damage and health are going to be the main things, and then whoever my mount ends up being, if it ends up being a terror bird, like you guys said, if I can find a decent level one, then great. They're pretty scarce at the moment though, so like being able to be picky is a challenge. It's like I can't even find one, nonetheless, like a good leveled one. So we'll see how that plays out. Once this guy tames, we'll get him out of the pen here, and I'll see if I can't find that kangaroo on the back of the island. I think I found a level. I think it's a level 9 or a level 10 kangaroo or whatever. I don't remember. I don't know what level Jay's was, but Rufus is a pretty good level. So he must have been in his 20s or something, because he's a pretty good little kangaroo. So I'd love to get, for this ground exploration team, my goal, like we tamed those 2 high level saber cats. We're gonna tame a high level female Carno to go with this guy. So we'll have the saber cats, the Carnos, and then probably just a mount. and we'll play it by that by there. So I think that's probably going to be coming along pretty nicely, though. So we'll probably spend an episode soon, maybe not next episode, but probably the episode after that. We'll go back up to Carno Island and see if we can't find a female Carno. And maybe next episode we'll try to find our mount. There we go. You have tamed a Carno. Fantastic. Were it not for the creature's extremely long downtime after sprinting, it might be among the most capably balanced amounts. So it doesn't have great stamina, I guess, but anyway, very, very cool. So we got the Carno tamed. Ooh, I'm gonna name this guy Leatherhead. I know that's a crocodile, but it fits. Alright, so we got Leatherhead's saddle right here. Let me get my kibble out of there so we can save that for his mate. I'll drop that. And I'll take this back. Get organized again. Okay, so Leatherhead. How's it going, mate? Whoo! Gonna kind of put him in the middle of the arena here. It's not real big. Is he following me? Yeah. Alright. You just chill. Look at him! Oh, he's so cool. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this guy. Okay, so let's grab Harbinger. Let's get him out of the poop shack here real quick. And then we'll do a quick lap around the island. Let's see if we can't find that kangaroo. I haven't, up movement speed. Pretty happy with health, stamina, etc. So that works. Although carrying this thing, I did have to put him down twice, so maybe I should continue bumping stamina, but I was also sprinting well. Okay, up and away! Perfect. He made it out. There we go. So let's sit down here. Awesome. This has kind of been my plan for a long time, and now we have a perfect tame male Carno. Whoo, buddy! Let's take a look how cool we look riding on the back of this thing. They've added, well, I think they've either added or are going to add SWAT gear, and I honestly don't know. Like, I feel like that would almost look stupid. So like the flak looks so cool. It's supposed to be better quality, or better durability or armor. It's supposed to be better than the flak here. Okay, whoa, Carno man. Is he just too fast to bite? Because you're like sucking it up here a little bit. Ooh, what's his evolved stats look at? Because that would have changed. Stamina went up a bit. That's good. Melee damage might have gone up a bit too. But yeah. Alrighty. Well, anyway, guys, let's kill it. Work for your dinner. Yes. Yeah, Leatherhead's gonna be a good one. Alrighty, guys. I think this is gonna be it for today. The kangaroo had been back here. It may have despawned. It's been a little while since I think it was last night or something. So it's certainly possible that it despawned. I don't know exactly how long that timer is, or it might just be wandering around somewhere else on the island, which is very, very possible as well. I was seeing if it had a roar or something. I don't think so. Just a head lunge. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I've been Torm with the Gray, and you guys have been great. Make sure to those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, guys. And I will see you guys all back here next time. I want to test something really quick. Will he fit through this size door? Oh, yeah. Okay, perfect. So we'll just need a regular dinosaur gate for our little outposts. Because anything bigger than that can probably defend itself, I guess. So, but we'll want to make sure we get something at least as big as a Carno in there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, Tournament of the Gray, you guys have been great, yada yada yada. See you guys back next week. We'll probably be trying to find our mount for the land exploration team. I'm going to park this guy right next to, well, Slippy's kind of in the way, but I'm going to park him here next to the other members of the ground exploration team, Gray and Tan. And then we'll get him a female, and then we'll be good to go. This is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to getting to see the island on foot. Hopefully the nerf won't affect us too badly, because I can see it's going to be a lot more dangerous than it would have been initially. Because I tamed Gray and Tan before the nerf happened, and so when I started planning this whole endeavor, I wasn't thinking, you know, too seriously that everybody was going to die, but I'm really hoping they don't, because especially now that we've got a perfect tame Carno, I'd hate to see Leatherhead go down because of some stupid bug or something, which is probably what will end up happening, but a guy can hope. Anyway, guys, again, we'll go look for that mount probably next episode, and yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.